Know Your Worth, the Key to a Fulfilling Life. Written and published by Rise with Wisdom. Introduction. Welcome to Know Your Worth, the Key to a Fulfilling Life. In a world that constantly tells us who we should be, what we should do, and how we should measure our success, it's easy to lose sight of our true value. Too often, we allow external opinions, past experiences, and self-doubt to define our worth. But true confidence and fulfillment come from within, from recognizing, accepting, and embracing the unique value we bring to the world. This audiobook is designed to help you break free from limiting beliefs, set healthy boundaries, and build the mindset needed to fully step into your self-worth. You'll learn how to remove toxic influences, develop unshakable confidence, and create a life that aligns with your true value. Whether you've struggled with self-doubt, people-pleasing, or feeling like you're not enough, this book will guide you toward the self-respect and empowerment you deserve. Your worth is not determined by others. It's time to own it, live it, and thrive. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Understanding Your Worth, the Foundation of Confidence. What does it truly mean to know your worth? Is it about external validation, how others see you, what they say about you, or the achievements you collect? Or is it something deeper? Something that comes from within? Your worth is not determined by your job, your relationships, or your possessions. It is not defined by how much you earn, how many people admire you, or how successful you appear to be. True self-worth is intrinsic. It exists regardless of circumstances, failures, or setbacks. It is the unwavering belief that you are valuable simply because you exist. Why do we struggle to recognize our worth? Many people go through life feeling unworthy without even realizing. This feeling often stems from past experiences, harsh words spoken in childhood, comparisons to others, or relationships that made us feel like we weren't enough. Society plays a role too, constantly pushing unrealistic standards of success, beauty, and achievement. Over time, these external pressures shape our inner dialogue, convincing us that we must prove our worth rather than embrace it. But here's the truth. Your worth is not something you need to earn. It is something you already have. The challenge is not to create self-worth, but to uncover it, to remove the doubts, fears, and insecurities that cloud your perception of yourself. The difference between self-worth and self-esteem. It's important to distinguish between self-worth and self-esteem. While they are related, they are not the same. Self-worth is the deep, unshakable understanding that you are valuable as a person, regardless of achievements or failures. Self-esteem is how you feel about yourself based on your actions, accomplishments, and external factors. Self-esteem can fluctuate. You might feel great about yourself after achieving a goal but disappointed when you fail. But self-worth remains constant. It is the foundation that allows you to handle life's ups and downs without losing confidence in yourself. Breaking free from external validation. One of the biggest obstacles to knowing your worth is relying on external validation. When you tie your value to what others think of you, you give away your power. You will become dependent on praise, approval, and recognition, making it easy for self-doubt to creep in when those things are missing. To break free from this cycle, you must shift your focus inward. Instead of asking, "Do others think I'm good enough?" ask yourself, "Do I believe I'm enough?" The answer should always be yes. Practical steps to strengthen your self-worth. 1. Challenge negative self-talk. Pay attention to the way you speak to yourself. If you constantly criticize yourself, replace those thoughts with affirmations of self-worth. Instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," say, "I am worthy just as I am." 2. Stop comparing yourself to others. Everyone is on their own journey. Comparing your success, appearance, or life to someone else's only diminishes your confidence. Focus on your own growth. 3. Set boundaries. People who know their worth don't tolerate disrespect or mistreatment. Learn to say no to things that do not serve you. 4. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness. You would never tell a close friend they are unworthy, so don't say it to yourself. 5. Acknowledge your strengths. Make a list of qualities that make you valuable. Are you kind, resilient, hardworking? Remind yourself of these traits daily. Conclusion. Understanding your worth is the first step toward a more confident and fulfilling life. When you recognize your value, you stop seeking approval from others, and you start living in alignment with your true self. The journey to self-worth is not about becoming someone else. It's about embracing who you already are. In the next chapter, we will explore how to let go of past conditioning and redefine your sense of worth on your own terms. Chapter 2. Releasing the past, letting go of false beliefs about your worth. Many of us carry the weight of past experiences that shape how we see ourselves. Childhood memories, relationships, failures, and societal expectations all influence our sense of worth, often in ways we don't even realize. To fully embrace your worth, you must first identify and release the beliefs that hold you back. Where do false beliefs about worth come from? Our understanding of self-worth is formed early in life. As children, we absorb messages from parents, teachers, and peers. Some of these messages are positive and empowering, while others leave lasting scars. Parental influence. If you grew up in an environment where love was conditional, based on achievements, behavior, or meeting certain expectations, you may have learned to tie your worth to external success. School and social interactions. Being compared to others, criticized for mistakes, or made to feel less than can create deep-seated insecurities. Societal standards, media, social platforms, and cultural norms push the idea that worth is tied to looks, status, or accomplishments. Over time, these external influences shape our internal dialogue. We begin to believe that we are only worthy if we are successful, attractive, or loved by others. These false beliefs become the foundation of self-doubt, leading us to seek validation instead of recognizing our inherent value. Identifying your limiting beliefs. To release false beliefs about your worth, you must first identify them. Take a moment to reflect on your thoughts. Do any of these sound familiar? I'm only valuable if I achieve something great. If people don't approve of me, I must not be good enough. I have to be perfect to be worthy. I can't be loved unless I prove my value to others. These beliefs are not truths. They are stories you've been told or told yourself. They are rooted in past experiences, but they do not define you. How to let go of the past. Letting go of past conditioning is a process. It requires conscious effort, self-awareness, and a willingness to challenge deeply ingrained thoughts. Here are some practical steps. 1. Recognize that your past does not define you. Your worth is not determined by your past mistakes, failures, or hardships. You are not who you were. You are who you choose to become. The experiences that shaped you may have influenced your mindset, but they do not dictate your future. 2. Forgive yourself and others. Holding on to resentment, whether toward yourself or those who made you feel unworthy, keeps you trapped in the past. Forgiveness is not about excusing harmful actions. It's about freeing yourself from their hold on you. Letting go allows you to move forward with clarity and peace. 3. Rewrite your inner narrative. Your thoughts shape your reality. If you constantly tell yourself, "I'm not good enough," you will believe it. Instead, challenge negative self-talk. Replace limiting beliefs with affirmations like, "I am worthy simply because I exist. I do not need to prove my value to anyone. My past does not define me. I create my own worth." 4. Surround yourself with positivity. The people and environments you engage with influence how you see yourself. If you are surrounded by negativity, criticism, or toxic relationships, it will be harder to recognize your worth. Seek out individuals who uplift and support you. 5. Detach from external validation. True self-worth comes from within. If your confidence is based on others' approval, you will always be at their mercy. Practice self-validation by acknowledging your achievements, strengths, and growth, without waiting for outside recognition. 6. Reflect on your growth. Think about the challenges you have overcome, the lessons you have learned, and the resilience you have built. Every step you have taken has made you stronger. Recognizing this can help you see your value beyond external circumstances. The power of self-acceptance. One of the biggest shifts in self-worth comes from self-acceptance. When you accept yourself fully, flaws, strengths, past mistakes, and all, you stop seeking approval from others. You realize that your value does not come from being perfect, but from being authentically you. Self-acceptance does not mean complacency. It means recognizing that you are already enough, even as you strive to grow. It is the foundation that allows you to build confidence, set boundaries, and live with purpose. Conclusion: releasing the past is not an overnight process. It takes time, effort, and patience. But as you let go of false beliefs and replace them with self-empowering truths, you will begin to feel a profound sense of freedom. Your worth is not something you need to prove. It is something you need to reclaim. In the next chapter, we will explore how to build unshakable confidence and embrace the life you deserve. Chapter 3. Building unshakable confidence, owning your worth. Confidence is not something you are born with. It is something you cultivate. It grows when you recognize your worth and reinforce it with action. Many people believe confidence comes from external achievements, success, wealth, appearance, but true confidence is an internal state. It is knowing deep within that you are valuable, regardless of circumstances. The connection between confidence and self-worth. Self-worth and confidence are deeply connected. When you know your worth, you naturally feel more confident. When you doubt your worth, your confidence crumbles. The good news is that confidence can be developed, even if you have struggled with self-doubt for years. Think of confidence as a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. The key is to take small, consistent actions that reinforce your belief in yourself. How to cultivate unshakable confidence. 1. Silence the inner critic. Everyone has an inner voice, but for many, it tends to be negative. If your inner dialogue is filled with doubt, criticism, or self-sabotage, it will be hard to build confidence. Start noticing when you engage in negative self-talk and challenge it. Replace "I can't" with "I will find a way." Instead of "I'm not good enough," remind yourself, "I am constantly growing and improving." When fear arises, say, "I am capable of handling whatever comes my way." These small shifts in language can have a powerful effect on how you perceive yourself. 2. Embrace discomfort and take action. Confidence is built through action, not just thought. The more you step outside your comfort zone, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable. This does not mean making massive, overwhelming changes overnight. It means consistently taking small, courageous steps. Speak up in meetings or conversations, even if it feels uncomfortable. Try something new, whether it's a hobby, skill, or challenge you've avoided. Set a goal and follow through, even if doubt creeps in. Every time you take action, you reinforce the belief that you are capable and strong. 3. Stop seeking external validation. Many people struggle with confidence because they rely on others to validate their worth. They seek approval, likes, praise, or attention to feel good about themselves. The problem: external validation is fleeting and unreliable. If your confidence depends on others, it will always be unstable. Instead, start validating yourself. Celebrate your own progress, no matter how small. Recognize your strengths and acknowledge your efforts. Make decisions based on what feels right for you, not what others expect. When you stop looking for outside approval, you take back control of your confidence. 4. Set and achieve small goals. Nothing builds confidence like progress. When you set a goal and accomplish it, you prove to yourself that you are capable. These goals don't have to be big. Start with small, achievable actions. If you struggle with social confidence, challenge yourself to start one conversation a day. If you want to build confidence in your skills, dedicate time to daily practice. If self-doubt holds you back, commit to one positive action each day. The key is consistency. Small wins add up over time, creating a solid foundation of confidence. 5. Surround yourself with positive influences. The people around you can either build you up or tear you down. If you spend time with individuals who constantly criticize, doubt, or undermine you, it will be difficult to maintain confidence. Seek out people who inspire, support, and encourage you. Spend time with those who believe in you. Follow mentors or role models who embody the confidence you aspire to have. Distance yourself from toxic relationships that drain your energy and self-worth. The energy you surround yourself with plays a major role in shaping your mindset. 6. Learn to handle rejection and failure. One of the biggest confidence killers is the fear of failure or rejection. Many people hesitate to take risks because they are afraid of what others will think or how they will feel if they fail. But the truth is, failure is a natural part of growth. Every successful person has faced setbacks. Every confident individual has experienced rejection. The difference is, they don't let it define them. When you face a setback, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to grow? What's the next step forward? Confidence comes from knowing that failure does not define you. It strengthens you. 7. Develop a powerful presence. Your body language, tone, and presence affect how you feel and how others perceive you. Simple physical changes can instantly boost confidence. Stand tall with shoulders back. Maintain eye contact when speaking. Speak clearly and with conviction. Use open, relaxed body language. When you present yourself with confidence, you begin to feel it internally as well. 8. Practice self-compassion. Confidence is not about being perfect. It's about accepting yourself as you are while striving to grow. Instead of being overly critical, treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer a friend. Acknowledge your efforts instead of focusing on what you haven't done. Be patient with yourself when facing challenges. Remind yourself that confidence is a journey, not a destination. When you give yourself grace, it becomes easier to build self-trust and confidence. Final thoughts. Confidence is not something that magically appears. It is built through daily actions and choices. As you challenge self-doubt, take small risks, and embrace growth, you will begin to feel a deep, unshakable confidence in who you are. In the next chapter, we will explore how to set boundaries and protect your energy, ensuring that your newfound confidence and self-worth remain strong in any situation. Chapter 4. Setting boundaries, protecting your self-worth. Knowing your worth isn't just about believing in yourself. It's about acting in alignment with that belief. One of the most powerful ways to protect and reinforce your self-worth is by setting boundaries. Boundaries define what you will and won't accept in your life. They communicate to others how you expect to be treated, and more importantly, they remind you of your own value. Many people struggle with boundaries because they fear disappointing others, being seen as difficult, or even losing relationships. But the truth is, without strong boundaries, your confidence and self-worth will always be at the mercy of other people's actions, expectations, and demands. Why boundaries are essential for self-worth. When you don't set boundaries, you invite situations that drain your energy, disrespect your needs, and make you feel unimportant. You may find yourself overcommitting to things you don't want to do, tolerating toxic relationships out of fear of confrontation, letting others take advantage of your time and kindness, feeling exhausted from always trying to please people. Without boundaries, you send a silent message to yourself and others. My needs don't matter as much as yours. But when you set and uphold boundaries, you affirm your self-worth. You send the message, I respect myself, and I expect the same from others. Types of boundaries you need to set. 1. Emotional boundaries, protecting your mental and emotional well-being. Saying no to conversations that drain or manipulate you. Refusing to take responsibility for other people's emotions. Limiting time with those who constantly bring negativity. 2. Time boundaries, guarding your time and energy. Declining commitments that don't align with your priorities. Not allowing work or other people's requests to consume all your free time. Prioritizing rest and self-care without guilt. 3. Personal boundaries, defining what you will and won't tolerate. Standing firm against disrespect, even from family and close friends. Choosing relationships that uplift and support you. Speaking up when someone crosses a line. 4. Work boundaries, ensuring balance and respect in your career. Not allowing work to invade personal time. Asking for fair compensation and recognition. Saying no to unreasonable requests from colleagues or clients. 5. Physical boundaries, protecting your personal space and well-being. Setting limits on who has access to your personal space. Establishing expectations for physical touch and comfort levels. How to set strong boundaries without guilt. 1. Recognize that your needs matter. Many people hesitate to set boundaries because they fear being selfish. But valuing your time, energy, and well-being is not selfish. It's necessary. You cannot show up as your best self for others if you are constantly drained, resentful, or overextended. 2. Be clear and direct. A common mistake people make is expecting others to just know their limits. But people are not mind readers. If you don't communicate your boundaries, they will be crossed. Instead of hinting or hoping someone will figure it out, state your boundary clearly. Avoid over-explaining or justifying your decision. Your boundary is valid on its own. Example, instead of saying, "I don't really have time, but I guess I can help," say, "I won't be able to help with that, but I hope you find someone who can." 3. Learn to say no without guilt. No is a complete sentence. You don't owe anyone an explanation for protecting your time, energy, or well-being. If someone tries to make you feel guilty, remember, their discomfort with your boundary is their issue, not yours. If a friend asks for a favor you don't have time for, say, "I can't today, but I hope you get it sorted." If a coworker tries to push extra work onto you, say, "I don't have the capacity for that right now." If someone pressures you into an uncomfortable situation, say, "I'm not comfortable with that." 4. Expect pushback and stand your ground. When you start enforcing boundaries, some people won't like it, especially those who benefited from your lack of boundaries in the past. They may try to guilt trip, manipulate, or pressure you. This is where self-worth comes in. You are not responsible for other people's reactions to your boundaries. If someone gets upset when you set a boundary, it means they were benefiting from you not having one. That's a reflection of them, not you. 5. Follow through with consequences. Boundaries without consequences are meaningless. If someone repeatedly ignores your boundaries, you must be willing to take action. If a friend continues to disrespect you, limit contact. If a coworker keeps dumping work on you, involve a manager. If a partner refuses to respect your limits, reconsider the relationship. Upholding your boundaries shows that you truly value yourself. How boundaries transform your self-worth. Once you start setting and enforcing boundaries, something powerful happens. You begin to feel lighter, more confident, and more in control of your life. You stop feeling guilty for prioritizing yourself. You surround yourself with relationships that respect and uplift you. You gain a sense of peace, knowing your time and energy are protected. You feel worthy of respect because you no longer tolerate less than you deserve. The moment you choose to set a boundary, you send yourself a message: "I am worthy of respect, and I will not settle for less." Final thoughts. Setting boundaries is not about pushing people away. It's about creating space for the right people, opportunities, and energy to enter your life. When you respect yourself enough to enforce boundaries, you invite more respect from others. In the next chapter, we will explore how to surround yourself with people who genuinely value and support you, and how to distance yourself from toxic influences that drain your self-worth. Chapter 5. Surrounding yourself with the right people. The people you allow into your life play a crucial role in shaping your self-worth. You may believe in yourself, set strong boundaries, and work toward your goals, but if you are constantly surrounded by negative, toxic, or unsupportive individuals, their energy will drain yours. On the other hand, when you build relationships with people who uplift, inspire, and respect you, your confidence and self-worth naturally grow. Many people struggle to let go of harmful relationships because of fear. Fear of being alone, fear of conflict, or fear of change. But holding on to the wrong people keeps you stuck. It reinforces a dangerous message: "I don't deserve better." If you want to truly embrace your worth, you must be intentional about who you surround yourself with. Recognizing who deserves a place in your life. Not everyone you meet is meant to stay in your life. Some people bring value, love, and encouragement, while others bring drama, negativity, and self-doubt. Recognizing the difference between these types of people is essential for protecting your self-worth. Supportive people lift you up, celebrate your successes, and encourage you to grow. They respect your boundaries, listen without judgment, and genuinely want to see you thrive. When you're around them, you feel energized, confident, and valued. Toxic individuals, on the other hand, drain your energy and make you question yourself. They belittle your achievements, dismiss your feelings, and make everything about themselves. You often feel exhausted or uneasy after spending time with them. Sometimes their negativity is subtle. They might mask criticism as jokes or manipulate situations to make you feel guilty. Over time, these behaviors erode your self-worth. If someone constantly disrespects you, makes you feel small, or ignores your needs, ask yourself, why am I allowing this in my life? The answer often lies in habit, fear, or misplaced loyalty. But the reality is, keeping toxic relationships only holds you back. The power of letting go. Letting go of unhealthy relationships is not an act of cruelty. It is an act of self-respect. It does not mean you hold resentment or wish harm on anyone. It simply means you recognize that certain people do not align with your growth, and you refuse to keep sacrificing your peace to accommodate them. This process is not always easy. Sometimes, toxic relationships are deeply ingrained. Perhaps it's a longtime friend, a family member, or even a romantic partner. But the more you hold on to relationships that don't serve you, the more you block the space needed for better connections to enter your life. Walking away doesn't have to be dramatic. Sometimes, it's as simple as creating distance. You don't have to make a grand statement. You can quietly reduce the time and energy you invest in people who drain you and shift your focus to those who uplift you. One of the hardest parts of this journey is dealing with guilt. You may feel like you owe certain people your time or energy. But remember, you do not owe anyone access to you at the expense of your peace. Building a support system that strengthens your worth. Once you begin to remove toxic influences, the next step is actively surrounding yourself with people who reinforce your self-worth. Seek relationships that are based on mutual respect, support, and positivity. These people should challenge you to grow, remind you of your strengths, and celebrate your successes without jealousy or competition. Look for individuals who listen and validate your feelings instead of dismissing them. Encourage you to pursue your passions and believe in your abilities. Respect your boundaries without trying to manipulate or guilt-trip you. Inspire you through their own ambition, kindness, and integrity. The energy around you affects your mindset. When you are surrounded by people who see your worth, it becomes easier to see it in yourself. Creating an environment that reflects your worth. Beyond relationships, your environment also plays a role in shaping your self-perception. Your surroundings should reflect your worth and contribute to your growth. This includes the physical spaces you spend time in, the content you consume, and the habits you develop. If your home is cluttered and chaotic, take steps to make it a place of peace and inspiration. If your social media feeds are filled with negativity, unfollow accounts that drain you and replace them with content that uplifts you. If you spend your free time engaging in activities that don't fulfill you, start prioritizing things that align with your passions and values. Your environment should be a reflection of the life you want to create. Every choice you make, from the people you interact with to the way you spend your time, should reinforce your self-worth rather than diminish it. Who you surround yourself with shapes who you become. If you want to truly embrace your worth, be intentional about the people and energy you allow into your life. Let go of relationships that make you feel small. Invest in those who uplift you, and create an environment that supports your growth. In the next chapter, we will dive into the power of self-talk, how the way you speak to yourself shapes your confidence, decisions, and overall self-worth. Chapter 6. Embracing your strengths, understanding your unique value. Recognizing and embracing your strengths is a crucial step in knowing your worth. Too often, we focus on our weaknesses, compare ourselves to others, or doubt our abilities. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy and a distorted sense of self. But the truth is, every individual has unique strengths and qualities that make them valuable. Understanding your strengths begins with self-awareness. You may not always recognize your strengths immediately, especially if you've been conditioned to focus on your flaws or shortcomings. It's essential to take time to reflect on your life and assess the areas where you excel. Consider the tasks or activities that come naturally to you, the things that bring you joy, and the compliments you've received from others. These are often indicators of your natural talents. Identifying your strengths, take a moment to think about your past experiences. When have you felt most capable or proud of yourself? Have you been recognized for problem-solving skills, leadership qualities, or creativity? Perhaps you have an innate ability to make others feel comfortable, or you're particularly good at organizing and planning. These strengths are often overlooked because they come so naturally to you, but they are incredibly valuable. One way to uncover your strengths is by asking others for feedback. Sometimes, people outside of ourselves can see qualities that we may take for granted. Ask friends, family, colleagues, or mentors to identify what they admire most about you. What do they appreciate about your contributions? This feedback can offer a fresh perspective and help you see your strengths in a new light. Celebrating your strengths. Once you've identified your strengths, it's time to celebrate them. Acknowledge the ways in which these strengths contribute to your overall value and success. You have gifts that make you unique, and they deserve recognition. Take pride in your abilities, and remember that no strength is too small or insignificant. Whether you're good at listening, creating, leading, or any other skill, it all contributes to your overall worth. In fact, many people find that their strengths complement each other, forming a powerful combination that sets them apart from others. Celebrating your strengths also means using them to your advantage. For example, if you have a natural talent for communication, use it to build stronger connections with others. If you excel at problem solving, take on challenges that allow you to exercise that skill. By consciously using your strengths, you'll not only grow as an individual, but also develop a greater sense of purpose and fulfillment. Strengths versus weaknesses. Changing your perspective. It's important to note that embracing your strengths doesn't mean ignoring your weaknesses. Everyone has areas where they can improve, and it's normal to experience challenges. However, focusing solely on weaknesses can diminish your self-worth. Instead, try to reframe your thinking. Rather than viewing your weaknesses as flaws, see them as opportunities for growth and development. The key is to balance acknowledging your weaknesses while actively working to improve them, without letting them define you. Shift your focus from what you lack to what you have. Your strengths are the foundation of your self-worth, and with consistent practice and dedication, you can turn areas of weakness into strengths over time. Developing your strengths. While we all have inherent strengths, it's important to continue developing them throughout our lives. Just as we work to improve areas where we may be lacking, we should also invest time and effort into honing our natural talents. This not only boosts our self-esteem, but also enhances our potential for success. Consider taking courses, reading books, or seeking guidance from mentors who can help you further develop your strengths. The more you practice and refine your abilities, the more confident you will become in using them to their full potential. This ongoing self-improvement will also strengthen your sense of self-worth, as you see firsthand how your efforts lead to growth. The impact of embracing your strength. When you embrace your strengths and understand your value, it becomes much easier to navigate life's challenges. You stop questioning your abilities and instead trust that you have the tools to succeed. This self-assurance will also radiate outward, allowing you to approach relationships, work, and personal endeavors with confidence and clarity. In addition, recognizing and celebrating your strengths empowers you to take on new opportunities. You'll be more willing to step outside your comfort zone, try new things, and challenge yourself because you'll trust in your ability to succeed. Your self-worth no longer depends on external validation but comes from within, from the knowledge that you are capable and valuable. Conclusion. Understanding and embracing your strengths is an essential part of knowing your worth. By acknowledging your unique talents and using them to your advantage, you not only build confidence, but also create a life that reflects your true value. Don't let self-doubt or comparison hold you back from celebrating your strengths. You have qualities that make you special, and by cultivating and using them, you'll unlock new levels of personal fulfillment and success. In the next chapter, we'll explore how building healthy relationships and surrounding yourself with positive influences can further strengthen your sense of worth. Chapter 7. Building confidence through action. In the journey to knowing your worth, confidence plays a significant role. Confidence is not something you are born with. It is something you can develop through action, mindset, and belief in your abilities. Confidence doesn't mean being arrogant or perfect. Instead, it means trusting yourself and having faith in your capacity to overcome challenges and achieve your goals. When you believe in your worth, you approach the world with the assurance that you can navigate whatever comes your way. Understanding the role of confidence in self-worth. Confidence is rooted in your sense of self-worth. If you feel secure in who you are, you naturally exude confidence. However, when self-doubt creeps in, confidence takes a hit. It's essential to recognize that building confidence is an ongoing process. It doesn't happen overnight, but through consistent effort and commitment, you can strengthen it over time. The first step in building confidence is recognizing your value. You must remind yourself regularly that you are worthy of success, love, and respect. The more you affirm your worth and focus on your strengths, the more your confidence will grow. It's important to stop comparing yourself to others and instead focus on what makes you unique. When you embrace your individuality and strengths, your confidence will naturally shine through. The power of taking action. Confidence grows through action. When you take consistent, purposeful steps toward your goals, you build a sense of accomplishment and belief in your abilities. Each small victory, no matter how minor it may seem, contributes to building your confidence. The more action you take, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable of achieving great things. Start by setting realistic goals for yourself. Break them down into smaller, manageable steps and tackle them one at a time. As you complete each step, you'll gain momentum, and with each success, your confidence will increase. Whether it's personal, professional, or emotional, the act of moving forward builds confidence and helps you overcome any self-doubt. When you take action, even in the face of fear or uncertainty, you reinforce the belief that you are capable of handling challenges. Each time you push through discomfort and take that first step, your confidence in yourself expands. And remember, confidence isn't about being perfect. It's about being willing to try, fail, and try again. Overcoming fear and doubt. Fear and self-doubt are natural parts of life, but they don't have to control you. These emotions often arise when we step outside our comfort zones, and they can prevent us from pursuing our goals or taking risks. However, it's important to remember that fear and doubt are not signs of weakness. They are just part of the process. The key to overcoming fear and doubt is to take action despite them. When you face your fears head-on, they lose their power over you. The more you confront them, the less control they have. Practice pushing through the fear, whether it's by taking small steps or gradually expanding your comfort zone. As you do this, your confidence will grow, and the fear will start to lose its grip on you. Another powerful tool in overcoming doubt is positive self-talk. When you notice negative thoughts or self-doubt creeping in, replace them with affirmations of your worth and capability. Remind yourself of past successes, no matter how small, and remember that you are capable of achieving whatever you set your mind to. Celebrating progress and success. As you begin to take action and make progress, it's important to celebrate every milestone, no matter how small. Acknowledging your successes reinforces your belief in yourself and further boosts your confidence. This celebration doesn't need to be extravagant. It can be as simple as taking a moment to reflect on what you've accomplished. When you celebrate progress, you also reinforce the idea that you are worthy of success. You're telling yourself that your efforts matter and that you deserve to feel proud of what you've achieved. Over time, this will help you build an unshakable foundation of confidence. It's also essential to recognize that success is not always linear. There will be setbacks and challenges along the way, and that's okay. Confidence is not about avoiding failure. It's about persisting in the face of it. The most successful people are not those who never fail, but those who learn from their mistakes and keep going. So when you encounter setbacks, celebrate the fact that you're continuing to move forward. Confidence in relationships. Building confidence isn't limited to personal achievements. It extends to how you interact with others. When you feel confident in your worth, you bring that energy into your relationships. You set healthy boundaries, communicate clearly, and know that you deserve respect and kindness. Confidence allows you to cultivate strong, positive relationships where you feel valued and appreciated. It's important to surround yourself with people who lift you up and support your growth. As you continue to grow in confidence, you'll naturally gravitate toward relationships that nourish your sense of self-worth. You'll also be able to distance yourself from toxic or negative relationships that drain your energy. The connection between confidence and self-love. Confidence and self-love go hand in hand. When you love yourself and accept who you are, your confidence naturally rises. Self-love involves treating yourself with kindness, being gentle with yourself during difficult moments, and prioritizing your own well-being. The more you love and accept yourself, the more confident you'll feel in your abilities and your worth. Remember that self-love is not selfish. It's about recognizing your own value and ensuring that you're living in alignment with what's best for you. As you cultivate self-love, you'll find that your confidence expands, and you'll be able to face life's challenges with greater resilience and strength. Conclusion: confidence is an essential part of knowing your worth. It allows you to trust in your abilities, take action, and face challenges with resilience. By taking purposeful steps toward your goals, overcoming fear, and celebrating your progress, you will continue to build unshakable confidence in yourself. The more you take action and affirm your worth, the more you'll see that you are capable of achieving great things. In the next chapter, we'll discuss how to maintain confidence even in the face of adversity and setbacks. Chapter 8. Maintaining confidence during adversity. Confidence is a powerful tool, but it can be tested during times of adversity. Life doesn't always go as planned, and challenges, setbacks, and difficulties are inevitable. However, it is during these moments of adversity that our confidence is either strengthened or shaken. The ability to maintain your confidence when things aren't going well is crucial to continuing your journey of self-worth. Understanding that adversity is part of the journey. It's important to remember that adversity doesn't define you. In fact, it's a natural part of personal growth and life's process. Every person who has achieved success has faced challenges along the way. What differentiates them is their ability to persevere and maintain their confidence despite these obstacles. Adversity is not something to fear. Rather, it is an opportunity to demonstrate your strength, resilience, and unwavering belief in your worth. Confidence doesn't mean that you won't experience doubts or fear when facing adversity. What it means is that you acknowledge those feelings but choose to not let them control your actions or mindset. In times of hardship, it's essential to return to your foundation of self-worth and remember your abilities. Shifting your perspective during setbacks. When faced with adversity, your first response may be to feel discouraged or defeated. This is completely normal, but it's crucial not to let these feelings take hold. Shifting your perspective is an effective way to maintain your confidence during tough times. Instead of viewing setbacks as failures, try to see them as learning experiences. Each challenge presents an opportunity to grow and become stronger. Embrace setbacks as temporary obstacles, not permanent roadblocks. Reframe the situation in your mind and focus on the lessons it brings. This mindset shift helps you stay focused on the bigger picture and prevents you from losing sight of your goals and your worth. Additionally, remember that your journey is unique. Comparing yourself to others, especially during difficult times, can be a confidence killer. It's easy to look at someone else's success and feel that you're falling behind, but everyone faces their own set of challenges. Your path is yours alone, and your worth isn't determined by the pace at which others are moving. Be patient with yourself and trust that you will reach your destination in due time. Building resilience. The key to maintaining confidence. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity. It's the quality that allows you to keep moving forward even after setbacks, failures, or disappointments. Building resilience is key to maintaining your confidence when life gets tough. To build resilience, focus on strengthening your mental and emotional stamina. This involves developing coping mechanisms that help you deal with stress and challenges in a healthy way. These coping strategies can include mindfulness, journaling, exercise, talking to a trusted friend, or engaging in activities that bring you joy. One powerful method for building resilience is practicing gratitude. Even during tough times, there is always something to be grateful for. Gratitude helps shift your focus from what you lack to what you have, and it reminds you that there is always something positive, even in difficult circumstances. By focusing on gratitude, you shift your energy away from negativity and stay grounded in the belief that you are worthy of the good things that life has to offer. Embracing failure as a stepping stone. One of the biggest obstacles to maintaining confidence during adversity is the fear of failure. Many people are so afraid of failing that they avoid taking risks altogether. However, failure is an essential part of personal growth and success. It's through failure that we learn, improve, and become better versions of ourselves. Rather than fearing failure, try to embrace it as a stepping stone to success. Every time you fail, you gain valuable insights that can help you succeed in the future. Failure is not a reflection of your worth or abilities. It's simply feedback. If you can view failure as a learning opportunity instead of a setback, your confidence will remain intact, even in the face of adversity. It's important to remind yourself that failure doesn't define you. It's how you respond to failure that matters. When you fail, take time to analyze what went wrong, learn from the experience, and then move forward with the knowledge you've gained. Each failure brings you closer to success, and with each step, you'll grow stronger and more confident in your ability to navigate future challenges. Practicing self-compassion. Self-compassion is another key factor in maintaining confidence during tough times. When adversity strikes, it's easy to be hard on yourself, but self-criticism only erodes your confidence. Instead of berating yourself for mistakes or setbacks, practice self-compassion by treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a friend. Be gentle with yourself when things go wrong. Acknowledge your feelings, but don't let them define you. Self-compassion involves recognizing that everyone goes through difficult times and that you are worthy of care and kindness, especially during moments of struggle. The more compassionate you are with yourself, the more resilient you will become, keeping your focus on your bigger purpose. When you face adversity, it's easy to become fixated on the immediate problem at hand. This can cause you to lose sight of your bigger purpose and long-term goals. However, maintaining your confidence means keeping your eye on the bigger picture, even when things aren't going as planned. Whenever you face a setback, return to your purpose. Reflect on why you started your journey in the first place. Reconnect with your values, passions, and vision for your life. When you focus on your larger goals and the impact you want to make, it becomes easier to overcome short-term challenges and stay motivated. Your purpose acts as an anchor during times of adversity, reminding you that the struggles you face today are just temporary hurdles on the way to your greater vision. Conclusion: maintaining confidence during adversity is a powerful skill that can carry you through the most difficult times in life. By shifting your perspective, building resilience, embracing failure, practicing self-compassion, and focusing on your larger purpose, you will be able to stay grounded and confident, no matter what life throws your way. Confidence is not about never facing challenges. It's about trusting that you have the strength and resilience to overcome them and keep moving forward. In the next chapter, we will explore how to embrace your worth and show up authentically in all areas of your life. Chapter 9. Transforming setbacks into stepping stones. In life, setbacks are inevitable. They are part of the human experience, and often they are what shape us the most. While setbacks can feel like a punch to the gut, how we respond to them defines our ability to move forward and thrive. The key to transforming setbacks into stepping stones lies in perspective and resilience. Understanding setbacks as part of the process. When we face challenges, it's easy to get bogged down in frustration or discouragement. However, setbacks are not failures. They are simply part of the process of growth, learning, and evolution. Life isn't linear, and we don't move from success to success without encountering bumps along the way. Understanding this can help shift your mindset, allowing you to embrace setbacks as opportunities rather than obstacles. One of the biggest traps we can fall into is the belief that setbacks are signs of personal inadequacy. We often internalize failures and think that they are proof that we are not worthy of success or happiness. But setbacks do not diminish our value. They are simply moments in time that offer lessons if we choose to learn from them. Instead of letting setbacks define us, we can choose to see them as lessons in disguise that help us build the strength and wisdom to reach our goals. Reframing setbacks as opportunities. One of the most powerful ways to turn setbacks into stepping stones is by reframing them. Reframing is the practice of changing the way you view a situation. Rather than seeing a setback as a roadblock, View it as a redirection, a chance to evaluate your approach, refine your methods, and improve yourself. When you experience a setback, pause and ask yourself these questions. What can I learn from this experience? What is this setback teaching me about myself, my goals, and my approach? How can I adjust my plan to move forward more effectively? By reframing setbacks in this way, you gain the ability to shift your focus from frustration to growth. Each setback becomes a chance to learn, evolve, and improve. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, you begin to ask yourself what you can do better next time, which turns the setback into a valuable learning experience. Building resilience through challenges. Resilience is the ability to bounce back after adversity, and it's a skill that can be cultivated over time. Setbacks provide an opportunity to build resilience because they challenge us to confront our difficulties and find solutions. When you face a setback, it's important to acknowledge the emotions that come with it, whether they're anger, disappointment, or sadness. However, the key to resilience is not allowing these emotions to control you. Instead, acknowledge them, process them, and then shift your focus to what's next. Resilience also involves understanding that progress is not always immediate. Sometimes, the most profound growth happens during times of struggle. Each time you rise from a setback, you become stronger and more capable of handling future challenges. You develop a mindset that says, "I can handle this," and that belief empowers you to keep going, no matter what obstacles come your way. Viewing setbacks as stepping stones to success. The most successful people in the world are not those who have never faced setbacks. They are the ones who have learned to turn setbacks into stepping stones. Every successful person has encountered failure, rejection, or hardship at some point in their journey. What sets them apart is their ability to learn from those experiences, adjust their approach, and keep moving forward. A setback might mean that your current path isn't working, but it doesn't mean that you are doomed to fail. It simply means you need to pivot. Whether it's finding a new approach to your goals, refining your skills, or developing new strategies, setbacks push you to think creatively and find new solutions. Setbacks also provide an opportunity for you to develop patience. Success doesn't happen overnight, and sometimes the road to achieving our goals takes longer than we expect. But with patience, perseverance, and a willingness to keep learning, you can turn every setback into a stepping stone on the path to success. Moving forward with confidence. To transform setbacks into stepping stones, you must move forward with confidence. It's easy to feel defeated after experiencing failure, but the key is to keep taking action. Each small step forward brings you closer to your goal, and with each setback, you become more equipped to handle future challenges. Remember that your self-worth is not defined by your setbacks. You are worthy of success, happiness, and fulfillment, no matter what obstacles you encounter. Keep believing in yourself and trust that every setback is part of the process that will ultimately lead you to where you are meant to be. Final thoughts. Life is full of ups and downs, but it's how we respond to setbacks that defines us. By reframing setbacks as opportunities for growth, building resilience, and moving forward with confidence, you can transform any challenge into a stepping stone on your path to success. Embrace the lessons that setbacks offer and use them to propel you toward your goals. You are capable of overcoming any obstacle, and with each setback you face, you are one step closer to achieving your dreams. Chapter 10. Living with Purpose and Passion Every Day. Living a life driven by purpose and passion is a profound goal, but it requires dedication, clarity, and a commitment to continual growth. As we reach the final chapter of this journey, it is time to bring everything together, applying the principles we have explored to everyday life. Purpose and passion are not abstract concepts meant to be admired from afar. They are the guiding forces that propel us toward fulfillment. In this chapter, we will discuss how to maintain a life full of purpose, passion, and joy each day, and how to continuously evolve on this journey. Understanding what it means to live with purpose and passion. Living with purpose means having a deep understanding of what drives you, what excites you, and what makes you feel alive. It's not just about having a clear goal or destination, but aligning your daily actions with your inner values and desires. Purpose is the why behind your actions, the compass that guides your decisions. Passion is the fire that fuels that journey, keeping you motivated and engaged no matter the challenges. When you live with purpose, you feel grounded in your choices. You have a sense of direction and meaning in everything you do. Passion adds the energy and enthusiasm that makes life enjoyable, allowing you to fully embrace your path and feel excited about the journey, not just the destination. However, living with purpose and passion every day requires more than just a fleeting moment of inspiration. It requires consistency, a commitment to your growth, and the ability to reignite your passion when things get tough. Establishing daily practices to cultivate purpose and passion. Living a purposeful and passionate life isn't about waiting for motivation to strike. It's about creating systems and practices that allow purpose and passion to thrive in your daily life. Here are some ways you can incorporate purpose and passion into your everyday routine. 1. Start each day with intention. How you begin your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Establish a morning routine that aligns with your values and goals. Whether it's a few minutes of meditation, journaling, or simply reflecting on your intentions for the day, taking time each morning to center yourself will help you stay focused on your purpose throughout the day. Take a moment to think about what matters most to you and how your actions today can bring you closer to your goals. This simple practice can provide clarity, making it easier to navigate the challenges that may arise. 2. Align your actions with your core values. Purpose is rooted in your core values, those principles that guide your decisions and define who you are. To live with purpose every day, ask yourself whether your actions are aligned with your values. Are you living in accordance with what you believe to be true and important? If not, it's time to make adjustments. Consider what you stand for. If you value family, make time for your loved ones. If you value creativity, find outlets to express yourself. Aligning your actions with your core values ensures that each day is meaningful, even when tasks may seem mundane. 3. Create a vision for your life. A vision is a powerful tool for living with purpose. It acts as a roadmap, giving you direction and helping you stay on track even when life gets challenging. Having a clear vision for your future allows you to evaluate whether your daily actions align with your long-term goals. This vision doesn't have to be fixed. It can evolve as you grow and change. However, it's essential to have a sense of direction. Reflect regularly on your vision and ask yourself if your current path aligns with your long-term aspirations. 4. Infuse passion into everything you do. Passion is the fuel that keeps us going, even when times are tough. If you're feeling disconnected from your passion, it's time to reconnect with what excites you. Passion is often nurtured by creativity, curiosity, and exploration. Whether it's finding joy in your hobbies, trying something new, or challenging yourself to grow, keeping your passion alive requires constant attention. If you find yourself feeling burnt out, it may be a sign that you need to pause and rekindle the fire. Take time to engage in activities that make you feel alive and remind you of what you love. When passion drives your actions, everything becomes more meaningful. 5. Stay committed to continuous growth. Living with purpose and passion is an ongoing process of evolution. Your understanding of your purpose may deepen over time, and your passions may shift as you experience new things. The key is to remain open to growth and be willing to adapt as you learn more about yourself and the world around you. Set aside time for self-reflection and learning. Read books, attend workshops, and seek experiences that broaden your perspective. Personal growth allows you to stay connected to your purpose and passion, ensuring that they evolve with you. Overcoming challenges and staying true to your purpose. Even with the best intentions, life can throw challenges your way. You may encounter setbacks, distractions, or periods of uncertainty that make it difficult to stay true to your purpose. During these times, it's essential to remind yourself that setbacks are not the end. They are part of the journey. When challenges arise, return to your why. Revisit your values, your vision, and the reasons you began this journey in the first place. Draw strength from your inner motivations and use adversity as an opportunity to refine your approach. Every obstacle is an opportunity to strengthen your commitment to living with purpose and passion. Additionally, surround yourself with people who support your journey. Seek out individuals who inspire you, challenge you, and encourage you to keep going. The right community can make all the difference when it comes to staying motivated and passionate about your life's work. Living with purpose and passion every day, a lifelong commitment. Living with purpose and passion is not a destination. It's a way of life. It requires ongoing effort, introspection, and a willingness to adjust when necessary. There will be days when you feel fully aligned with your purpose, and other days when you feel lost or disconnected. That's okay. The goal is to stay committed to your journey, knowing that each step brings you closer to living a life that is fulfilling and meaningful. Purpose and passion are not external forces that come to us by chance. They are cultivated within. By being intentional, aligning your actions with your values, and continuously growing, you can make every day an expression of who you are and what you truly desire. As you continue this journey, remember that you are worthy of living a life full of meaning, joy, and passion. It is your birthright to feel deeply connected to your purpose, and by staying true to yourself, you will create a life that resonates with fulfillment at every turn.